Kilo Echo 8 Alpha Sierra Echo. This is Ron, Romeo Ocean November in Michigan.
Alpha Sierra Echo Ron in Michigan. Is that a Roger?
Sierra Echo Ron in Michigan. Is that a Roger?
That's QSL. Jim, you are one busy man.
Yeah, and we're fighting somebody that's running about 2 KC off to up or down from me. I don't know, 1 or 2 KC. They're really QRMing the frequency. I wish they would move off 3 one way or the other. But you know, I don't understand how they're actually copying the mail. Anyway, Ron, what radio are you running, sir?
Oh, anyway, Ron, what radio are you running, sir?
Jim, this is a Kenwood TS-430S. I think it was manufactured about 1982 or 1984. I have a Kenwood MC60 desk mic I'm talking on, and I am about 112 or 130 feet from a G5 RV hanging about 35 feet in a tree.
Roger, Ron. Okay, your dynamic range is fairly broad. It looks to be about 8 dB or so. We want to move that to about a 3 dB. So setup starts with you engaging your compressor at a token amount of 3. So you would start with your compressor on at a 3. Roger?
You would start with your compressor on at a 3. Roger?
Okay, now with the mic gain at 30%?
Now, leave your mic gain where it is, but we just want you to turn your compressor on at an input level of 3 on the compressor. Compressor on, and the input to the compressor at a 3. Roger?
Compressor on, and the input to the compressor at a 3. Roger?
Okay, now this, the compressor being the processor on this radio.
Yes, sir. Either one. It's they'll answer to the same name, compressor or processor. Roger.
Name, compressor or processor. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. There's no adjustment for a numerical setting on this processor that I'm aware of.
Oh, so you just have an on or off switch?
So you just have an on or off switch?
That is correct. I have a toggle switch off, down, up, processor on.
Oh, well, you know, thank your radio creator for being so thoughtful. You know, it astounds me all the time, you know, how people, you know, figure that you don't really need a control, just an off and on switch, you know. They need to sit in the chair for a while and think about it. Well, anyway, I guess what we do then is take your mic gain. Once you get your compressor on, take your mic gain control and turn it down. What is it at the moment?
Gain control and turn it down. What is it at the moment?
Right now, it's about probably way too high at 70%.
Yes, sir. Pull that down to 45. Pull it down to 45 and let me hear you.
45. Pull it down to 45 and let me hear you.
Okay, there we are at about 40 to 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now just give me a dead key for about 5 seconds. Just key it and don't say anything.
Give me a dead key for about 5 seconds. Just key it and don't say anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was copying Milford, and they have some compression on their receiver. I'll tell you what, give me about 10 seconds on your antenna. Give me about 10 seconds on what you like best about your radio, and let me see if I can get over to my local antenna.
Like best about your radio, and let me see if I can get over to my local antenna.
Okay. Well, like I say, it was built in about 1982, and built in about 1982, and I don't know what year they changed over from the tube to solid state, but this wasn't too far away. So hopefully you've had enough time to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I didn't have quite enough signal on my local antenna, but I'm back on Milford. Do you know where your ALC meter is?
So I'm back on Milford. Do you know where your ALC meter is?
Right now, with this tone, my ALC is almost 100%.
Okay, so pull your mic down a little bit further. What were we at, 35 last?
A little bit further. What were we at, 35 last?
I was almost 40. Right now, ALC is peaking at 50%.
All right, we want to peak just a little bit harder than that. We want to adjust that mic gain to where your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3. So bring it up just a skosh, Roger. The way to do that would be to talk like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, speaking fairly quickly so that meter will stay up, and then it makes it easier to adjust with your mic gain control from mid-scale to 2/3.
It's easier to adjust with your mic gain control from mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am about 5 inches from the mic and running approximately 60% to 70% on ALC.
Well, by George, I think we got it there. Ron, sounds good, Roger.
Got it there. Ron, it sounds good, Roger.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. I've never run my mic gain that low before. A lot of times I don't use a processor because everybody, well, not everybody, but some people say that, it just sounds overpowered, which I do understand, being that my mic gain was that high before.
Yes, Roger. Now, that compressor still wants to rise up for silence. So if you stop speaking, I tell you, give me another dead key for about 4 seconds.
I tell you, give me another dead key for about 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I heard the SDR Milford suck up there, but the QRM came up too. So I didn't hear your room noise much. So I think that's good. Just I wouldn't pause for long periods of time necessarily, because that compressor may expand, more than what you would want. So just a normal conversation, I think that'll do fine, Roger.
Conversation, I think that'll do fine, Roger.
Okay, well, I certainly appreciate that. I've never had a professional return a results for my audio and transmission. I certainly appreciate.
Roger. Well, you get going there, Ron, because Milford PA just kicked me off. It does it about every 20 minutes. I should get a password, but I can't. Sometimes getting a hold of people, it's like trying to get somebody at YouTube. I don't know if you've ever tried to actually contact a human soul at YouTube, but you can't. It's like Oz, he's behind the curtain, and you don't know exactly what part of the curtain he is. It's the same way with SDR owner folks. There's very difficult to get a hold of them to even request a call, a password. So I guess I'll just be dealing with that for the rest of my life. Anyway, Ron, I think we've accomplished great things, Roger.
Okay, I certainly appreciate it.
Things, Roger.
Okay, I certainly appreciate it, Jim. Yeah, everything looks pretty good here. I'm within ALC limits, and like I say, I don't normally use my processor. Now, is it your recommendation that leave the processor on and tune it this way?
Yes, sir. Leave the compressor on, and you're ready to go. You've already made your adjustment to your ALC with the processor on, so you can't hear it unless you take long pauses, and then you could probably hear it with a long pause like that. But normally you would never hear it. And that's the way we like to set things up. There's nothing worse, I think, than hearing a compressor doing all this suck up between words. And yours is not doing that, Roger.
This suck up between words, and yours is not doing that, Roger.
Okay, I certainly appreciate it. Okay, Jim, I certainly appreciate your expertise and your assistance. And again, I certainly appreciate your setting this up. I've never done it before, and I certainly appreciate it. All right, KC9VKV KE8ASE 73s. Be careful, and thank you.
Roger, Ron, 73, sir. Thanks for dropping by, and you have a great rest of the afternoon, a beautiful weekend coming up. And if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'll appreciate it, compare notes and see what's been going on. Anyway, this is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you've got a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.